Yo! Oh, hold on, people. Apologies for being late. Hold on. Insane. Camera just a bit. Guys, you would not believe what happened. Reach room. Piece of sleep hit me. Jeez, a beast. Alright, I think that's decent. Save. Okay. Still look how we. Alright, I think we are good like this. And just, yeah, turn off the music here. Alright. Oh, the camera still seems a bit. Is it just me or the camera seems a bit blurry? Yeah. Yeah, probably should get something to wipe this off. Yeah, definitely seem a bit blurry. Hold on there. Alright, hold on, peeps. Ew, wait. Patel Anime Mafia. Not too bad enough, but late to my own stream, brother. Got home, fell asleep. It's crazy. Alright, since we're kinda later, we're not even going to really delay too much. Already on the page still. Of course, I know most of you already read the chapter. Well on, I haven't read the chapter yet. Hold on. No spoilers. So, chapter 65, Karma Power. Interesting. Of course, guys, as per usual, I'm just gonna ask you guys to share out the stream. Do that myself as well. 7 o'clock. Oh my god. Going live now. Let's go. Boruto Manga chapter 65. Reaction review. Man. Doop. Karma boy. Alright. Safe to say the stream quality is looking decent, right? To you guys. Let me know. Of course. But anyway. Welcome to the Boruto Manga chapter 65 live stream reaction review, people. Of course, for the persons who will be rewatching the stream for the sake of the review, definitely go later in the stream because of course we'll be reacting to it firsthand. I'm your friendly neighborhood Uchiha here, Sanji Uchiha, who's actually late for his own stream because I fell asleep when I got home. It's crazy, I know. I hope everyone's having an awesome day on this chapter this year. Interesting. Alright. Let's get into it. Andrew Dixon, not bad. I'm not bad. Tired, home from work, late from my own stream, all that jazz and blues. But let's get into it. So this cover page definitely looking sick. Nah, like, you know, more while with Ikemoto's color scheme, Naruto actually looks sicker with the black top. As opposed to, you know, the orange and thing in the anime. Like, the black top make him look sicker. Not like. But anyway, let's get into it. So we have Boruto, who's on the ground. Doom. Code. Damn it, don't tell me. Is it a side effect of those meds? Boruto. God. Oh. Let's see. You guys said the audio and videos, everything's looking decent, right? Alright, cool. Just let me know in the comments, chat. Alright. You have Boruto, who is still here on the ground. Ah, you see, this is something I've been waiting for a while. Having that inner dialogue moment between Boruto and Momoshiki. For about 2 months, I've been predicting this, and it's finally happening. Even if you halt karmic extraction with some trifling drug, it's no more than a stopgap measure. You. Hello again, foolish lad. What's with that translation, foolish lad? You, Momoshiki. Ugh, it's no good. I can't move. Oh, wait, well on. And not because I used up all of my strength or chakra, it feels like time itself was stopped. This happened before, yeah. The actual flashback. Is this a redraw or actual, like, they copied and paste from that chapter? It's better than your hairline. Oh shit, it's serious then. That day, right after we took Momoshiki down, that's likely when he implanted the karma in me. Alright. Worthless Kara dregs. He's the one who has the divine tree seedling. 10 tails, isn't he? What a perfect chance to kill him. Move aside, boy. So, okay, so back to real time now. Zawalda! Oh shit. I guess the horn's coming back up. Momoshiki. Bombas! Yo, man, just like wrestling god. Yo, you can imagine, say, yo, like in the anime, once this gets animated, like the way I imagine the scene going, like the music is playing, and then once him jump up, like everything just go dead silent. And just a Rasengan. Yo, I killed. Wow, man. Yo, we going through. Ridiculous destructive power. So totally different from Boruto's karma strength. So this is true Otsutsuki power. No wonder Bora had no chance. Alright, so unlike what I think a lot of us were thinking before, because I was like saying, yo, Boruto had access to all of Momoshiki's power while he was in control in the fight against Code in last chapter, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all. I guess that makes sense in hindsight because, you know, the whole gaining all of Otsutsuki's power and, you know, experience probably wouldn't have been an instant thing. You see me? So, just that. Guys, Anthony Bushmaster is checking out, not like before. Alright, no more, no chance. It'll be the same for you. You'll learn soon enough. Alright, cool. I mean, just like how Code, just like man's like, man, not even seem worried, you see me? Kawaki's already encountered Code. How do you know? You've confirmed an unknown chakra with Boruto. Signs indicate that they're fighting. Who else could it be? He shouldn't have any sensing abilities. That was way too fast. How the heck did he find Kawaki? Maybe there's an ally working with him, like an Ota? I won't discount the possibility, but there isn't an Ota who's that skilled either, as far as I know. In any event, we should take Ko's appearance to be a good thing, considering the trouble we had trying to locate him. Lord Seven's already headed there. So long as we get rid of Ko, the existence of any ally won't matter. Are you listening, or are your ears plugged up with wax? Come on, Kawaki, we've gotten this far. Don't you muck it up now. Yo. Momoshiki is just spamming giant Rasengans, dog. Honestly. Yo, this is ridiculous. Code, you might want to retreat. There's no way you'll hold up against an opponent that powerful. Yo. Oh shit. Oh there, don't you want the chakra fruit too, Momoshiki? Then you'll need him as your Otsutsuki sacrifice to feed to Ten Tails. You might want to stand down. I'm taking him with me for a private matter. It was brief, but still an honor to meet you, Otsutsuki Momoshiki. Wait. Yo, voila, this man just compress it down? Rasendan. Rasen... Voila. Momoshiki right now, honestly, in Boruto's body is looking much more impressive than Momoshiki himself. Honestly. In terms of creativity and skill. But I guess him have access to Boruto's memories and all of that, so yeah. Assimilating the skills and everything makes sense. It's crazy. The man just compressed down the well. It's wild, brother. Yo, pierce him shoulder. What? Code. Run on. Kick him down. Spirit gun Rasengan. Yo, what are they? Voila. Shikamaru is going to come up with a big ass plan which would seemingly get Kawaki and Naruto out of this mess. And it was going to surprise and kill. The concept of time completely stopping when Boruto Momoshiki track is such a cool concept. Yeah, true. Karma V3 is the horn one. We're the one at V2. No, maybe it's a subjective thing for me, but in terms of karma, I've always considered like V1 to be just okay. Boruto's in control, the markings were spread, but any variant where his eye transforms to a Byakugan, horn or no horn, I consider that V2. You see me? Alright. What a dud. Karma. You can't even absorb jutsu with it, can you? What? Code, can you hear me? Yo, Momoshiki, damn it, let me go. Hey now, that's no way to talk to the one who rescued you. Be nice or I'll break all your limbs and shut you up. Alright, Kawaki going in. Yo, Momoshiki just getting shit done at this point, dog. Ah boy, rebellious imp. Fine. As you wish. Oh, shadow possession. We here. So, have we seen Code manage to actually like? Is it the case that Code has not absorbed any ninjutsu? We've never like seen that with his white karma. Or am I getting old? Did he not absorb any other Rasengans in his past fight? Or like each case was a case where he just avoided it with the claw marks? Remind me guys, please. Because I'm trying to remember, honestly. Alright, so yeah, shadow possession. Naruto in siege mode. Hokage, Lord 7th. Is Boruto running amok again? What a pain in the butt. Alright. Absorb it. Damn it, he absorbed it. And now it's total mayhem. What are you going to do? I think you should call it a day. His second, Shikamaru, is here too. Interesting. You okay, Kawaki? What's going on with Boruto? Has that bastard Momoshiki taken over his body again? Ugh. Ain't okay at all. Why the heck did you come? Kawaki. Run away, hurry, or else you really will get killed. I appreciate your concern, but I'm the Hokage. I cannot and will not run from an enemy that threatens my village. No, Lord 7th. Ugh. So we haven't seen, or Unpatel, we haven't actually seen him absorb. That's why he uses teleportation. Cool. Wow. I am here busting my brain to try to remember if it was a case where he had absorbed anything at all from before. Crazy. Alright, fair enough. Oh shit. Shikamaru. No sudden moves, Hokage. Now listen. Take even one step and I'll slit his throat open and kill him. Shit. Bastard. Damn it. Shame on me. Listen to me, Naruto. Don't worry. Don't work yourself up about it. Just take him down without regard for me. I knew what the risks were, and there's no other way. You gotta do what's best. So hold on, between getting this stuff absorbed and no. Okay, I'm not really sure. Alright, cool. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. And I'll slit his throat over and kill him, yada yada yada. Shut up, you want me to just kill you? Sure, no problem. Come on, get to it. It's a three-way thing right here, no, Nada. Pure chaos from the field. Fascinating. I think I shall help you. Cool. What? Kill the Hokage, that is. He's a nuisance to me as well. Ooh, be my guest. Damn it, do it, Naruto. Fight them is the only option. Alright, Kawaki heading in. Kawaki, stop. Yo. Shadow. Kawaki just getting kicked aside. Oh, Kiss is brother. Yo, you know, so after all of this is said and done, Kawaki is going to really look at this and say, yo, I'm gonna have to take the karma. Don't move, Hokage. You want him to die? Ugh. Damn it, what do I do? Checkmate, Hokage. Resign yourself. No matter how strong one is, the end is often pitifully abrupt. Massive Rasengan. Yo! Shit. Naruto. Wagwan. Is getting absorbed? Is it powerlessness that's irritating you? Or grief over losing the karma? Alright, unfortunately, somebody did kind of spoil this for me in terms of Kawaki still having karma. Well, having karma in this chapter, so take it for yourself. Especially since Ishiki is gone for good. Brand new power in the form of a karma that's purely a weapon. Alright. Level 2, Kawaki. No way, that's impossible. What the heck's going on? Oh, wow. This reached me every month, my dude. Every month. Where, like, when I think the chapter is going to, like, say, yo, and then we're just done. Jano. Yo, this was probably, like, for the persons who had an issue with the piercing, like, even though, like, I think the last few chapters have done an excellent job of rewarding the persons who have been complaining about piercing, I think this chapter really was chaotic in its purest form with everything that actually went on. But even though I was kind of slightly spoiled on the whole point of Kawaki having karma in this chapter, like, the fact that the man really really has it, dog. Level 2. Yo. Alright, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat first before I get my thoughts together and give my review of this chapter. No, I've not seen clubs or any. The moment we did the second instant he can jutsu when Mario reconstructs his arm after HK fight, he must have. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense when he reconstructed his arm that planted in Kawaki without telling him. It was has V with horn, which is way more than without horn V3. Yo, Bushmonster, that actually makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense because, like, of course, the way that Kishi, quote unquote, really structured things, it didn't really seem like Kawaki took the karma. So hold on. So it's going to be really a moment of conflict, I would imagine, even though it's a good thing he got it. But it's a good thing. It's going to be really a point of conflict for when they actually, if they manage to actually make it back to the village. And no, there was a theory I had when Kurama, when we thought Naruto was going to die with Baron more than everything. It kind of sets things back in motion for Kawaki to be the one to, of course, seal away Naruto to prevent him from, you know, eventually dying. And that's a theory I had because, again, at the end of the day, since Boruto and Kawaki have the DNA of their respective Otsutsuki, they also have the potential to unlock their, you know, their techniques and all of that jazz and blues. So when it comes on to, you know, Sukuna Ikona and Daikokuten, it's a possibility that Kawaki could eventually unlock them and steal Naruto in a dimension without time. Somehow, probably they can, you know, tweak the story somehow so they can actually store Naruto there, maybe. So that little theory of mine actually might come back into play. But yo, Amado plotting big for real in terms of this chapter. Yo, Kawaki. And I wonder, like, if it's just like a fight or flight thing. Like, probably only realizes right after this moment. Like, probably next chapter starts with, wait, shit. Like, you see me? But but the arm was not the one that got repaired. It wasn't, because this arm is based on how they drew it. This is the left arm. And it was what, the right arm that got damaged when Alright, hold on. Let me just, if I can check, I can't really go back that far in this chapter. Hold on, let me just bring up like a scantillation, scan site or something, because I want to see. Yeah, because honestly, Naruto had no counter to what just happened a while ago with Momoshiki. So Naruto would have gotten heavily injured unless he could have popped out a giant Rasengan to counter in that instant, which he doesn't see. The way it's drawn, the way it's implied, it doesn't seem like that would have been the case at all. I'm just going back to chapter 32. It's about chapter 32, right? Hold on, you with Naruto versus Delta. Alright. Throws up Himawari. Yeah, it's his right arm. Yeah, his right arm is what got damaged. But I mean, it really and truly, it probably doesn't matter because in the grand scheme of things, Amado could have just put him to sleep while the operation was going on anyway. That's not outside the realm of possibility. So, like, yeah, it doesn't even matter if it's the right arm or not, honestly. And who knows? Probably this might be a stretch now. Maybe it could have put some kind of timer, or based on how the operation went, it could be a case where, like, it activating just really and truly depends on the situation Kawaki finds himself in. Let me even go back up. Let me see. I want to just go back to the scene with Amado here. Hold on. Come on, Kawaki, we've gotten this far. Don't muck it up, no. So, I mean, it's to be expected, but of course, Amado seems to have, obviously, some grand plan in the grand scheme of things. Because, of course, come on, Kawaki, we've gotten this far. Don't muck it up, no. Hold on. That sounds right there. That usually sensing abilities. I was like, can you find Kawaki? So it kind of makes me wonder, because yeah, it doesn't seem like Amado's too worried, apart from Kawaki being too hasty and Code finding him. Alright. So let me kind of start the review portion of this, and let me just go back through page by page, taking everything into consideration, because of course this is a live review. First of all, cover page, as I said before at the start, definitely looking cool, isn't it? Black top, the Ikimoto, the manga color scheme from Naruto's clothes, definitely looks sicker than the anime. Now, of course, with Momoshiki coming out, guys, and kind of stirring things up, even though personally I didn't have a problem with the pacing from like chapter 56 to until the start of this fight with Code, and even with the start of the fight with Code, I do see persons who have been complaining about the pacing. So right now the introduction of Momoshiki does wonders for actually kicking the pacing, or the, I guess, the immersion in terms of just reading and going through the story at this point into high gear, because it really and truly, as Aida says in this chapter, really throws the battlefield into total chaos. I would say. Now, the next perk, what I like about this chapter as well, is how Momoshiki is portrayed. Like, honestly, as time goes on, like, his portrayal via Boruto's body does wonders for Momoshiki, because honestly, even though, like, going from the, like, it's like the longer Momoshiki is portrayed, every appearance makes him look that much better as a character. Because, like, movie wise, the anime arc and the manga kind of make him look a bit more credible. Fine. But like every like appearance, like subsequent appearance via Boruto's body, I think does something for Momoshiki's character. Not to say that it's like some major character development kind of deal, but there's like a visceral reaction to how, like, there's just this cool factor that Momoshiki has on screen via Boruto's body, and him actually taking advantage of the karma connection, Boruto's techniques, his body, the memories and everything. It's has, like, especially with this chapter, in terms of like the fight choreography and how he's utilizing Boruto's techniques, it actually like makes me, obviously, as you guys saw, like step back and say, whoa, shit, I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, because the Rasengan bullet, the spirit gun, yo, listen, I was not expecting that in this chapter at all. But at least one of my expectations to have Boruto and Momoshiki start to have their inner dialogue sessions has started with this chapter. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how that progressed going forward after this fight, depending on how this fight actually ends, to say the least. Granted, in the long term of things, even though it's kind of resembles the whole Naruto Kurama kind of internal dynamic, I'm not expecting Momoshiki to become good at any point, and I doubt that's what Kishi, Ikimoto, and the team are going for at all, even in the long run. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Patel is like the subsequent appearances of Momoshiki via Boruto's body. It starts to make Momoshiki feel more credible, as opposed to the movie, the anime and stuff, where even to this day, I think persons still debate, even though the poor scaling issues are there, a lot of persons still debate the whole Kaguya versus Momoshiki kind of deal. And is like, when it comes on to him appearing via Boruto's body, as you said, it kind of feels like there's this tangible sense of, yo, Momoshiki has presence on screen. You see what I mean? So I think this chapter does wonders for his character in that sense, as opposed to like his initial appearances in the franchise. Well, can he stop time? I don't think it's a case where Momoshiki himself like has an ability, but I just think when it comes on to Boruto's like inner, no, maybe it might be a karma thing. Might be. Because even when time was stopped the first time, Sasuke actually saw with his Rinnegan, like, the conversation. So, but in retrospect, if he saw, he probably should have figured out the whole karma thing a long time. Remind me of that. Sasuke did see the conversation. I do remember him bringing up something like that. Or it was basically highlighted, like, after the conversation with Boruto and Momoshiki, initially after the Momoshiki arc, like, they kind of imply that Sasuke saw the conversation. Yeah. So yeah, since it's basically in his mind, just basically, yeah, time stop essentially, more or less. Brings up the drugs. And then it's just like how the battlefield is just in so much chaos with, Boruto, well, Momoshiki, and him just basically switching sides and everything, joining up with Code, not joining up with Code. It's happened before. Come me, a chance to kill him with side boy. And then it's interesting that Momoshiki just takes over just instantly like that. Sengan. And I guess it's since it's a case where he's at such a high percentage. Stopgap. As Momoshiki said, hold on. Again, foolish lad. Stop yet. Alright. So the good thing about this though is that yeah, even Aida didn't see anything, as you said. The good thing about this chapter as well is that it kind of establishes, even though we have the drugs, as Momoshiki says, just like a stopgap, there's still a tangible threat. So it really creates the foundation for like if they get out of this in one piece, it really sets the foundation for much more conflict going out of this. So maybe even the theories about Boruto leaving the village, being hunted down, might come back into play. So that's a good thing about like a chapter like this. So between Momoshiki's presence, the threat of him, the whole visceral reaction of him being much more tangible, like as a benefit for this chapter, the chaos of this chapter is definitely like a plus. And as I said, just the choreography in terms of how Momoshiki uses Boruto's body, definitely pluses for this chapter. And just like the sneakiness, as it's seemingly implied in terms of Amado planting back the karma on Kawaki without his knowledge, and him having seemingly some greater plan is something. And this is another thing that I kind of predicted in my expectations video that I did like a few days ago, where I was saying, based on how, or I think it was between the expectations video and the Shikamaru video, where I was saying that based on the fact that Boruto himself could basically mention the drugs to Boruto himself, knowing about it, that knowledge would eventually reach back Amado, and then Amado would start putting two and two together eventually that, yo, somebody's working with Code, obviously. And then eventually Amado is going to pick up on it, and that's going to take the narrative in, I don't want to say a slightly different direction, but it's going to really throw things off and start kicking more things into gear. So yeah. So you guys are saying, I think you saw the country but sense it through the Renegan. Fair enough, Thomas. Bushmaster, it's in my Renegan, Senregan maybe. More Boruto use karma easier when she takes over, just like with Jigen over time. Ishiki coming to control. Yeah, but for the most part, Ishiki was, as long as they really put it, as long as we've seen Jigen, Ishiki's always been in control anyway. But yeah, more than I would line up to be the case as well. But honestly, there's a lot of little things that this chapter really sets in motion based on its positives. But I'm trying to be, objective here and see, would you guys say there was any negatives about this chapter for the most part? Because the person who even spoiled me on the whole issue, well, the whole fact that Kawaki would have karma again, he seemed like he wasn't really too fond of how the chapter went. So I want to hear from you guys. Would you say there was any negative? Was there anything you guys didn't like about the chapter? Because I don't think there's anything too negative for it. I mean, Kawaki was even in character for this chapter. For when, Naruto came, he was upset, which made sense. Yo, listen, they need to make a Storm 5 and make this be like Borushiki's an Xbox controller, his YB on the Xbox controller. That's what they did. Rasengan. Yo, lie, just take me out of it. Yeah, you see, the thing is, that's the problem when it comes down to action chapters. Yeah, the chapter is going to fly by really fast. That's the thing. Honestly, I will be your backup mentor. Use of flashbacks. Um, so you said Shikamaru is the only problem in the chapter. Yeah, because I was surprised he was. I think probably the whole transition between seeing how Code snuck up on Shikamaru. Yeah, it just kind of sudden. Kind of sudden. I think personally for me, I'm still busting my brain, even though you guys said there wasn't any time where where Code managed to use the white karma to absorb stuff. I don't know why I feel like I've seen him absorb stuff already. Am I really remembering it wrong? Shit. Trust. Let me go. Hey, no, that's not the talk. Rescued you. And it's just the funny part for me where Momoshiki just keeps kicking kicking Kawaki in this chapter. You guys really feel Shikamaru like got captured way too easily, Zwarta, because absorb the shadows. But like it's strange to me. I'm wondering if Code has like a backup plan or something, because as much as Ida's telling this man to retreat, and I imagine it's because he's getting to see an Otsutsuki up close and he's probably excited, like internally excited and everything. Like the man doesn't seem like he's like wanting to retreat. He's not scared. He's not nothing. Jeez, Boruto. Let's see. No sudden move, no listen to him. That Shikamaru telling him to kill him. Fascinating. Like, it's just the switching of a Momoshiki to Code, honestly. Option. Hold on. Be godly. Yeah, Shikamaru need to come up with some big brain strategy in this case, yeah, man. But Kawaki just going in. Kawaki getting back karma is something else. So I do check me if I understand so. But I'm wondering now, with this artificial karma on Kawaki now, right? Because obviously he was unlocking Otsutsuki abilities even without getting back this. I'm wondering to what degree now. I'm really wondering to what degree. I mean, he's in, well, what I would call V2 or V3 based on what you're saying, Bushmaster. I'm wondering to what degree how powerful he is, really and truly. Because alright, like in Boruto's case, Boruto got a massive power boost when he got control over V2, but based on Momoshiki taking over, obviously he wasn't able to bring out the full power / full experience of Momoshiki. But with this artificial karma now, I'm wondering like how strong is Kawaki? Is it a case where he has the full abilities right now in this instant of Ishiki, or is it that over time his power is going to steadily increase and then he'll get up to 80% of Ishiki's power plus his base power? Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Monkey D. Yo, honestly, Naruto was just about to get, jeez. Honestly, like next chapter, Manalai, it needs to be Naruto and Kawaki versus Borushiki versus Momoshiki and Code. Like, you can't just put, like, honestly to me, it seemed like this man is just about to thrust Naruto right now. Yo, honestly. I probably should open up the call lines for you guys to talk for just a bit. I don't plan to stream all night, but this is what I usually do on these reviews. These live reviews, at least. Ooh. Boruto going rogue theory can be plausible. Borushiki kills Shikamaru. Yeah, that could be a possibility as well. Because of course I did talk about the possibility of The possibility, the theories you guys were saying were going around on Twitter regarding Shikamaru dying. I did do a video talking about that, so it's still a possibility. And I know some of you guys were saying, I don't remember who commented on one of my recent videos talking about like it wouldn't really make sense for them to kill Shikamaru given that the manga hasn't really done much of a build up or before his death. And I was agreeing with that person, but then like I kind of backtracked. I was thinking about it. I mean, there wasn't much build up with Kurama either. So it's really and truly free reign. They could really and truly kill Shikamaru, but they would have to really do a better job of building up to it with the anime. Hold on, peeps, because this is serious. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so I'm gonna open up the Discord. I want to hear what you guys are saying. Of course, thanks for liking up the stream, guys. But I do want to hear what you guys are saying over voice. Open up Discord here. Yo, I still find it funny that I fell asleep. Like I came home, set up my laptop and everything didn't change, and like I just dozed off. If it wasn't for the security, my friend here that came and said, "Yo, I thought you were gonna stream at 6:30." Like I probably would. The stream would have started way later, honestly, because I totally dozed off. And like the funny part about it is that, hold on, let me increase the number of persons that can actually join to like 1,000,000 persons. All right, so link to the Discord is in the the description below for anybody that wants to join on. I mean, we just have like a short roundtable discussion about the chapter. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Umpatella, I forgot you had asked if I thought Kishimoto wrote this chapter, this arc. Honestly, I've been like, when it came onto the slower PS chapters, I was kind of fully subscribing to the idea that yeah, Kishimoto really and truly wrote this, has been writing this. But based on this chapter, like, I don't know, it's hard to say. Because was there anything distinctively Kishimoto in this chapter, really and truly? Honestly. It clears up where Kawaki can hide his chakra. For me personally, probably yes, probably no. Because I was thinking even if he didn't get back that karma right now, he would have been able to do that anyway. But I guess you can tie that in to why he's able to do it now, I guess. But all in all, I thought this was a pretty decent chapter. But before I go back to all my review points, like to kind of backtrack to even jump Festa, the fact that Kishi didn't even say anything about the Naruto franchise at Jump Festa is like, it puts into question like, is Kishi really writing this? And I did a video on this last month talking about this. Like it's crazy to me that I don't know, it's just because I mean even going to like the cover of the chapter, they still haven't updated to say written by, right? See, the creator, supervisor, arts, translation, lettering, they haven't even updated to say this man is writing it. So like anybody that's questioning if Kishimoto's the one really writing it, then I can't blame them at all, honestly. Alright, so I have the Discord open, guys. Sasuke, where are you? Where are you hiding? Well, you're the Bushmaster. You should be telling us, man, if Sasuke is hiding in the bush. But to kind of summarize my thoughts on this chapter for the persons who are watching for the sake of review, I thought it was a pretty decent chapter, to say that. I thought it was a good chapter to end the year off on. Reason being, I think it continues to do wonders for Momoshiki's character, for the most part, making him continue to feel more like a threat with each subsequent takeover of Boruto's body. And just his use of Boruto's body really like surprised me in terms of the decisions, in terms of like fight technique choreography with the Rasengan bullets, Raseng bullets. So I thought that really made the chapter, like, really surprised me. Definitely added points to the chapter for me. It definitely sets the foundation for conflict once they come out of this fight, because of course decisions are going to have to be made coming out of this, since the Byakugan pills seemingly, or as I said, as I said, it's just a stopgap. So some serious decisions are going to have to be made when it comes down to how to handle the situation regarding Boruto's character coming out of this. So it sets up future conflict, and of course, the issue of Aida and Code's quote unquote ally is obviously between knowing about the drugs, between Code knowing about the drugs and Amado saying, yo, they shouldn't have been able to find Kawaki so fast. Of course, that sets up future conflict as well. So it's going to really throw things into chaos and really push the narrative going forward in a very interesting direction, which I think is going to do wonders to immerse us, the audience, into where the story is going to go from this point on, if I do say so myself. If I'm missing anything, if I'm not talking, if I'm not making sense, you guys can let me know. But I think these are all things this chapter has actually managed to establish with it. And of course, having Shikamaru, Naruto, Code, Momoshiki there in the field really throws things into chaos, kind of pushes things into high gear. So yeah, all of that considered, I think this chapter does a good job of really setting itself as a solid way to end the year off. But at the same time, I can see myself and other person asking, yo, shit, then when is the time skip going to happen? Because the way it seems like right now, we're setting things up for Kawaki, we're setting things up for Kawaki and possibly Naruto going up against Code and something there, and Momoshiki after this fight. Well, after this chapter. So, whew, I don't know. Guys, well, there's 6 of you left here. Let me know. Am I missing anything with all those review points? Let me know. Let me know, please. I'm eating so you can... Yeah, no problem. We've been going for 47 minutes. I don't think I want to go longer than 1 hour and 15 minutes. So, yeah. So, I guess... depending on what time you finish eating, I don't plan to stream long. Probably if I had started on time, yeah, apologies, because shit, still can't believe I fell asleep. But yeah, definitely an interesting way to end the year off, guys. Definitely an interesting way. And beyond the setup for conflict that the chapter has done so far, Kawaki having karma, depending on if he really and truly did not know that Amado had placed it back on him already, that's another setup for conflict right there. And potentially it could increase, how should I put it, because obviously everybody who reads Boruto knows that Amado must have some long-term plan, especially with what he says about Kawaki in this chapter. So him basically placing things on Kawaki potentially without his knowledge is going to speed things along in terms of how quickly we find out about what Amado's planning. So it really seems like, despite things, or should I say, it's kind of 50-50 in the sense that despite things seeming like it's going to be extended before we even get to the time skip, at the same time, it's like once this conflict is over, it seems like we'll be speeding towards the time skip. It feels that way to me with every little, conflict this last few chapters, including this chapter, has really and truly set up. So I'm here for it. I like it. So all in all, I feel this was a good chapter. Like, I would say, guys in the chat, let me know, what would you rate this chapter? I'm tempted to say 8 out of 10. Like, I don't really have much negatives, so, but I'd say that I don't want to give it like a 10 out of 10. So I think 8 out of 10 is like a fair rating. So let me know what you guys think, honestly. Between the choreography, between the future conflict setup with, Amado and Kawaki, between the situation with Boruto, Momoshiki, and how they're gonna handle him going forward, between like just Momoshiki feeling more like a threat, and the choreography and style and finesse and the flair that he brings with this chapter. This man's just spamming the giant Rasengan though. But yeah, like, let me know what you guys think. Like, what would you rate this chapter? Let me know. 8.5. Okay, good vibes. Oh my god, it's serious. serious. You know. I think with all the points I've listed, I really and truly think, yeah. A 8 point. I don't think you could really put this chapter lower than an 8. But I mean, probably the issues you could probably have with the chapter, probably how Shikamaru got captured. Maybe you're one of the persons complaining with how how they're portraying Naruto right now. So maybe that's the case. But I mean, personally, my hope is that Naruto still gets some shine for next chapter. I'm praying for a Kawaki Naruto team up for next chapter, because you guys know, despite the nerfs to Naruto and Sasuke, like going forward, I personally want it to be a like a Goku Gohan situation between Naruto and Boruto. I still want Naruto to have relevance to the story, but at the same time put Boruto in the spotlight to, carry the series somehow. Hopefully. So yeah. Let me know. Of course, guys, just reminder, we got 24 minutes to spare before we end off the stream for tonight, and we have the Discord lines open here. So if you guys wanna, jump on, talk, link in the description below. It's the only voice channel in the server, the Discord server. Dude, want to talk to you guys a bit before we end off the stream. Can you see Naruto sit between Kawaki? That's what I'm saying. It's potentially, it seems like they're setting things back up for the most part, because again, like I said, I had the theory where Kawaki was going to seal Naruto to prevent his death in Ishiki's timeless dimension, but it depends on the degree to which, it depends on how strong Kawaki is right now and the nuances with his artificial karma. Because again, it comes down to question, is that case, can he now use Ishiki's abilities right away? Right now, how powerful is he? Is it going to be a case where it's going to be an over time thing before he manages to unlock Ishiki's abilities, even though he has the karma right now? So it depends, because for example, it's not like even with Boruto, it's not like we see him being able to, yes, he can absorb some via the karma, but it's not like he can release it back at 2 times the strength. Like the CM jutsu, like redirect person's jutsu at 2 times the strength, like Momoshiki can do. So it depends. It really and truly depends. I already subscribe to the idea that, yeah, like even without like karma being 80% Otsutsuki, they'd eventually be able to unlock the abilities the Otsutsuki was able to do eventually. But I don't know, it just depends. Next chapter is going to be the deciding factor to get a better idea of how strong Kawaki really is, for the most part. So yeah, so it depends, but it is really and truly possible, because with how frustrated he is with how the fact that Naruto is on screen right now, it could be a case where Naruto doesn't necessarily die, but he probably gets heavily injured in this whole chaos right now, and probably unlocks probably does unlock Sukuna Ikono and Daikokuten, and he probably finds a way to send Naruto to the timeless dimension to, so he doesn't die because of injuries, maybe. And then with how chaotic things probably ends up being a case where, oh shit, like going back to the village, other villages get involved, and it just kind of spirals out of control, and there's not really much time for the character to really catch their breath, and it just kind of just segues eventually to the flash forward that we get. I don't know, I think that's a good way to even look at it. When you see this art lasting, I actually would say that I did a video about this on Patel, remember? I was saying around until chapter 68, worst case chapter 70 is what I was thinking for this arc to last until, really and truly. Because yeah, 66, 67, 68, 69, and then starting fresh time skip wise on an even number. I guess it has a better marketing ring to it, I guess. So I could see that being the case until chapter 69. And considering the amount of pages, if we were to put this in weekly terms, 66, 67, 68, 69, 4 chapters, that's probably over 10 chapters in a weekly format. So basically a one more volume essentially. Because as I said, I think Naruto deserves an opportunity to showcase his competence before being potentially temporarily taken out of the story. I think a lot of everybody would agree with me on that. And then there's still the possibility of Sasuke showing up. So yeah. So if we're even not careful, it could even be further than chapter 70. Because if I was one writing this, I would give chapter 66 to Kawaki exploring the nuances of what his current karma can do, but at the same time giving Naruto some time to shine. And probably Sasuke showing up in chapter 67. And depending on how that goes, hey, it would be interesting if Sasuke shows up and then gets punked out in the end of this arc too. And then probably that's how Boruto ends up with the sword and the stuff by the end of this. Maybe that could be the case as well. So there's that. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know, guys. Honestly. I mean, it's anybody's guess at this point. But yo, honestly, definitely a good chapter. On a side note, well, we're ending the year. 10 more days, give or take. 2022 for Boruto's manga is going to be like a very polarizing experience, I feel, for the fan base, because it's really and truly approaching that point in time where, I mean, I've been saying this since chapter 41, since the Boruto fight, essentially, that things have been put in place for Boruto to start carrying the series. And honestly, I think now more than ever, it is seeming like it's reaching that climax of that transition point. Can you see Sarada Mitsuki being used in the upcoming chapters? To be honest, I see Mitsuki and Sarada being used more so in the aftermath of this. Because I just don't think there is, and it sucks. It really and truly sucks, honestly. But I don't see them being used until the aftermath of this chapter. Because again, since the manga is dedicated to just focusing on just a certain subset of characters. But I think the best move would be to look at everything that's happened to Boruto and company, and then let Mitsuki and Sarada use their inability to be of use to the recent situations as motivation for their time skip training, and then just start fresh in the time skip, so that, and then give them the manga time they deserve. Because I think if the time skip is really like in 5 to 7 chapters, I think it's actually too late. I don't see them being of use here, unless it's gonna be one of those situations where like they get wind of what's going on and they go against orders and try showing up last minute. But I just don't see them. I just don't see it making sense them appearing here right now. I think in this moment right here and now, it's just dedicated to Boruto, who establishing the nuance in the fact that he has a situation to deal with Momoshiki, and establishing him as a threat in the eyes of other persons right now. Kawaki exploring the nuances of his artificial karma in this whole battle right here, and showcasing Naruto and Sasuke in at least one more credible battle in terms of showcasing their skills, and potentially removing them from the story to a larger degree to make way for the whole Boruto and Kawaki dynamic to press forward. So I don't know what do you guys think about that, but I think that's one of the keys. Just don't see any reasonable room um for Sarada Mitsuki, an antagonist in the future, more than likely. Which is why I'm glad this chapter really established that Amado seemingly gave him the karma seal without his consent, because once they get back to the village, it really pushes Amado in the spotlight to so that we can get a better idea of what his long-term goals is, at least part of his long-term goals. So that's one of the benefits of this chapter, as I was saying before. Sorry, I got 3 monitors, so 3 screens, so that's why I'm kind of looking over the place here. So that's a good thing about it. That's a good thing about it. So right now, honestly, I'm looking more to be honest, I'm looking forward to the time skip. Honestly, really looking forward to it, because even though I think the Boruto manga overall, everything considered right now from chapter 1 to 65, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's bad, but compared to other manga, I would say in terms of structure, I think it still is lacking in some departments. But with everything that the manga is setting up, it would seem like it's going to be a case where after the time skip really sets in and we can flex everything we've built up and like exploit those benefits, that's where the Boruto manga might get that super in-depth shine, if I do say so myself. So yeah. Alright guys, not ending just yet, but soon, especially since persons are basically dropping off at this point. Like 3 of you guys left in here. So yeah, but the fact again that but you know, in hindsight, I think I'm really glad that Kawaki got the karma here, because it kind of feels like it speed things along, as opposed to Kawaki like coming back to the village and then dealing with him deciding if he really wants the karma or not. Granted, I think based on how this situation would have went, like probably as soon as he went back to the village, he would have went to Amado anyway, based on how powerless he was in this situation here. But at least it gives a way for Naruto to not be blasted to smithereens for the most part. So yeah. So yeah, gentle people. 103. Doom doom doom. Granted, I mean doom doom doom. Next week, if Umpatel, if you don't make it in time, because give or take 10 minutes before I end the stream. I mean next week, either next week Wednesday or Thursday will be the final end of month subscriber stream, which I'll probably dedicate to making extra long since it's the final one for the year. We can always talk back about this chapter there, or probably when I have time on Discord, probably later or something. Do you think Kawaki has a new eye? His left eye looks around the last page. Yeah, his left eye looks like a Byakugan, as expected. I don't think it's gonna be like a new eye technique, because I mean, all right, well, comparing it to Momoshiki, it does seem like there's like something in the eye. That's just, it more than likely will be Ishiki's Daikokuten Sukuna Ikona techniques via the eye, more than likely, but he'll probably have to figure out how to use it. So I guess that's what I'm saying. Like next chapter needs to be dedicated to like really showcasing the nuance of how strong Kawaki is. Like, is this a similar situation to when Boruto was in control for the last few chapters when he was in V2 states? And if that's the case, he probably wouldn't be as strong as 80% Ishiki. But I want to know if it's the case like over time, if he'll like unlock more power. Like next, as I said, next chapter really needs to be dedicated to exploring the ins and outs of Kawaki's karma here, which I think will be the case since, you know, Momoshiki and Koi are like, yo, this shouldn't be possible. But as well as giving Naruto some time to actually showcase what he's going to do. Um, and of course, if Shikamaru is going to die, they need to start setting something like that up, even though they might just do it suddenly for shock factor. Um, and as I said before, even though I was agreeing with someone that commented on my previous Shikamaru video that it wouldn't make sense since there is no build up, but in the grand scheme of things, the Boruto manga, it has a track record of not necessarily have to build up to things to really do certain things. Case in point, Kurama. So might be a case that Shikamaru might die by the end of this, maybe, and there would be force for the anime. We'd have to rely on the anime to really expound and build up to it better. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Yeah, fear rating. I give it an 8, but like there's hardly anything like wrong with the chapter, so 9 out of 10 is a fair rating as well. Again, if there's anything I missed, for the persons who will be rewatching the stream, let me know. I think this chapter does an excellent job of setting up and showcasing a lot of positives to add to its rating of 8 to 9 out of 10. So again, guys, let me know if I'm missing anything regarding how I broke down the chapter. The art for the most part is decent. Not too out of this world. Like a G. Yeah, hopefully some big brain plan, you know. Hopefully. 4 minutes. So I don't know, guys. Let me know, yo. But I'm pleasantly pleased with this chapter, and I think the persons again who have been complaining about piercing will be pleased about this chapter. I'm looking forward to seeing and going through the various other reviews from other YouTubers and going into the comment sections and seeing what they have to say in regards to this chapter. It depends on how the next chapter goes, because for the most part, Code still has Shikamaru in his clutches for the most part. So yeah. But Sasuke still needs to show up. I think Sasuke's by right still needs to show up. So longer we go, it's looking more and more like the whole Naruto disappearing, Boruto eventually getting Sasuke's sword and cloak, cape, whatever is going to set in place. So boy, the face by Borushiki had pretty good art, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go back to those scenes there. I first thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let's sing. Yo, this still look bad, brother. This still, yo, just the Zengdan. This one. And it's just the yo, Momoshiki killing it with his techniques, dog. Let's see. Awesome chapter. Alright, guys, it's been 1 hour. Let me know. Again, before I go, is there anything I missed? What do you guys think of the review for this month? Was there any point I missed? Did I break it down properly? Anthony, was there any point I missed? Or were you gone for when I was listing my points? Patel, same for you and everybody else that's still here. And I guess for everybody who's going to be rewatching the stream. Because I'm not going to do a dedicated review, obviously. It's just going to be like discussions going forward at this point. So yeah. Let me know. But awesome chapter. Let's see. Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna call it that. Oh, all right. So that's one last thing. Well, then you can always go back. You can always go back in terms of my points, Anthony. But basically, I was saying that the chapter really and truly between really setting up Momoshiki more of as a threat, because his subsequent appearances really do through Boruto's body really seems to kind of redeem his portrayals in from the past. He seems more like a tangible threat. It really sets up the whole future conflict potential between what are we going to do with Boruto if the Byakugan drugs aren't really working. It really sets up the foundation for conflict, interpersonal conflict, once they head back to the village, between Boruto and other characters, other nations, other Kages, etc. It really sets that conflict up. Of course, with the knowledge that Code knew about the drugs, as well as the information, as well as Amada essentially saying, yo, they found Kawaki too fast. It sets up the future conflict of oh shit. Like, it throws the plot into chaos, because Amada's gonna say, oh, he'll eventually piece it together that Aida must be the only other person that's really helping Code. But at the same time, with Amada putting the karma seal back on Kawaki seemingly without his knowledge, it really it will eventually have to fast track Amada revealing more of his hands. So it really sets up that kind of conflict between Kawaki and Amada going forward, to kind of get deeper into what Amada has planned for the long term. And between that and just the choreography when it comes on to Momoshiki and how he's using the techniques, awesome, nice. Everybody was in character for the most part, especially Kawaki, with him being frustrated with Naruto being on the field. But all of these good points here are like just contributing to how awesome I thought the chapter was for the most part. So yeah, a lot of things are being set up just from everything that really happened from this chapter. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. But at the same time, it still depends on how next chapter is really actually executed, because I want Naruto to get some shine and potentially Sasuke to show up. But for the most part, Kawaki and Naruto versus Code and Momoshiki. That's what I'm really looking forward to for next chapter. So yeah. But anyway, guys, respect for coming out. Oh yes, shit, the new cyborg. It would be funny if, well, not funny, but it'd be interesting if Amada is like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna release the new cyborg early. And that would really twist up the battlefield, honestly. Code Aida, Daemon, Amado, Kawaki, and the new cyborg. That could be the case as well. But guys, alright, yo, I'm going to end the stream for now. As I said, I wasn't planning to stream all night. But of course, always available. Well, not always, but Discord is there. And next week, Wednesday or Thursday, the end of month subscriber stream. So, which I'll be making extra long. So, yeah. So, yo, respect for coming out. For the persons who are rewatching this, respect for coming out for the review. Of course, leave a like, subscribe. We're ending the year off. Not meeting the channel goals, but respect for coming out all the same. So guys, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk in the 1,000,001 discussions that we'll be doing leading up to chapter 66 in the new year.